Yo, what up, y'all? Fitness with Jesus. It's nice enough outside to go outside again. We're outside, man. I just left the gym. I did back today because I like tweaked my shoulder. I think it's biceps tendon or maybe a rotator cuff, but uh, yeah, so I hit back because the pulls don't hurt, but the pushes do. So that's what I did. I haven't been able to hit legs in a while because my hips, even though I've been doing the rehab that I set, I might have torn something. So I have a doctor's appointment on the 27th. God willing, that goes good. Yeah, so just trying to get in order. You know, the thing is, if you stay in shape, it's a lot easier. When you're trying to get back in shape, your body's like, wait, I'm lazy now. And so things can happen more likely. It's been about 2 years since I started getting back into shape, and I'm still not where I used to be. Uh, a little bit because of age, and a little bit just because I'm just not there yet. If you get out of shape and it takes 5 years to get out of shape, it's probably going to take 3 to 5 years to get back in shape, man. That's all I'm saying. But right now we're walking because walk. You know, backwards walking is actually really good for your knees too. If you go on a slight hill and you walk backwards, it's really, really good for your knees. Yeah, walking. So those are my health issues. If you're curious on all the big ones I've had, I can give you a rundown. I've broken both of my collarbones at like 5 and 15. I broke one of each. Those sucked. I broke my left wrist once. Fun fact, I'm left-handed, so that sucked. I was in 6th grade when I did that. I have sprained a couple ankles. Nothing too crazy, but enough. I've had a knee-to-knee collision in my right knee. Sorry if it's a little windy, by the way. I forgot to put the windy blocker thing on, so hopefully the audio is good. In my right knee, I had a knee-to-knee collision in basketball and slightly tore my meniscus, the anterior horn of the lateral meniscus, but I never got surgery on it and it healed. There's no pain, but there's still popping and clicking and stuff. Both of my hips, I either got like some type of strain or, God forbid, a labral tears or something. That's what I'm going to the doctor for. I have a tendonitis in my left shoulder right now. Obviously, most of this is healed except for the hips and the shoulder. Oh, and my left knee is still hurting. I was doing fly 20 meters. So it's where you do a 10-meter buildup and then you time the next 20 meters. And it was digital time. I ran a 2:3:3 on my first one and I tweaked my knee. And it just hasn't been feeling good. That was about 6 months ago. So after my hips, I'm gonna try and get that addressed. I think it's because my hips were thrown off that I tweaked my knee. But yeah, so I'll work on that too. And then I sprained my UCL on my left elbow throwing a baseball once. How's it going? And that was a journey. Oh yeah, and then with the UCL, that was about 6 months ago also, but it's feeling better now. I was doing a lat pull down and I re-sprained it because I was lat pull downing 225 pounds. Don't do that unless like you're like super strong. I mean, I did it, but like I tweaked it again. So right now I'm running at about 80%, just trying to get back in shape. And the hips are good, or well, not good. That's when I need to get checked. What I need to get checked right now is the hips and then in the left knee. Once I get that taken care of, it's a wrap. We finna be dunking out here, God willing. But yeah. So, I dislocated my right big toe one time doing a front flip. And I'm a military brat, so on the military base, we had this gym called Ironworks Gym in Japan. I was on a military base over there. And they had wrestling mats up, but they weren't unrolled all the way, so you could like step on the rolled part and then land on the flat mat. And I drugged my toe and it dislocated my right big toe. That was fun. How's it going? And but I just popped that one back into place, and then later on that day I went to shower and it was back out. I was like, oh, I thought my toe was hurting again, so I put it back in the shower, and then it was sore for like a month, and that was all that I did for that one. It hurt putting back in though, because I didn't know how to do it. How old was I? I was probably like 17. I was like a junior in high school when I did that. That hurt. Don't drag your toe when you land on a front flip, because apparently they dislocate. I had a friend dislocate his toe falling off of a huge jungle gym at our school one time, and that was pretty crazy. His was much more epic than mine was. Steven, that was cool. Yeah, so as I'm walking and giving you guys updates on my past injuries. One more, I got 2 more past injuries, and then I got some other stuff to talk about. I have strained my right Achilles twice, and now I just do maintenance for it, and sometimes it gets tight if it's cold out, but that's all. I do my 2 up, 1 downs for the eccentric strengthening, my range of motion, my calf raises, and that feels pretty good. But one that I did, I was in 9th grade, and I was running cross country and playing soccer at that time. And after soccer practice, I had took my cleats off, but the grass was wet, and I went to blast the ball, like kick it like far into the goal, and I slipped because I didn't have my cleats on, and it landed on my low right back. And then legitimately for like 6 months, I had shooting down my leg. And I was one of those kids that I didn't like to tell anyone. And if I took the wrong step, it would be like crippling. And yeah, so what I did for that is I just kind of Googled, and then I just started stretching. But I still feel it because of that to this day. So make sure that if you have something significant that you're following up with the doctors. Basketball hoops, we're on the court, man. Yeah, I think that's all of the big injuries I've ever had. As we walk, just take a hiatus. I want to look at this. Oh yeah, I can get that. Ooh, I'm sore. I need to get back to Duncan though. I did plyos yesterday, and I don't know what I did to my ankle, but it hurts. As I'm talking about injuries. So I like to do my skips. You gotta get warmed up. My keys. I used to drive a Kia. I was killed in action. Now I drive, or I ride, a Chrysler with Jesus Christ as my driver. What? Dude, that hurt my ankle. I wanted to show you guys me jumping and grabbing the rim, but I'm afraid to do it right now. Yeah, I'll just touch it. There you go. Ooh. I'm gonna have to let that one simmer down for a while too. I think what happened on the ankle is just a quick touch there. Like 2 months ago, I was hanging on the rim with both hands, but my hips got so bad that I had to stop doing my plyos and leg workouts. And so my vert's going down, but I don't care about short-term drops as long as I'm healthy in the long term, because I can get the vert back up. That's pretty easy. You do some plyos. But then the ankle, I think what happened was, I'm a lefty, so I went and spin and I pivoted on it and just kind of slid it. It just feels like my foot's misaligned. So I don't know. I seem pretty frail after telling you guys all about my injuries. But to be fair, I've done a lot of parkour, a lot of gymnastics, a lot of pretty crazy sports, so you don't have to go as hard on your body and you won't feel it as much when you get to my age. Walking's nice, man. Walking by the baseball field now. Fun fact, baseball is my favorite sport. Followed closely by basketball. Baseball, basketball. Yeah. And then, so as I'm walking, I'm thinking, you get hit with these injury trials, it's all good, man. Don't let it get you down. Because God is ordering my steps. He is the lamp that lights the pathway to my feet. And when I think about that, back in the old days, lamps had oil and stuff. And you had to fill the oil consistently to keep burning, to keep that light. Well, that oil is the Holy Spirit, so you have to constantly be walking with the Holy Spirit and allow Him to guide your way. Father, Son, Spirit, what's up? And that's how that goes. And so when you walk with Christ, let Him order your steps with the Holy Spirit. That's a kind of an important thing to do. Talking about the oil, even in the temple back in the old days, they would have to go in daily and fill the candle with oil to symbolize, hey, you have to go in daily to the Word and fill yourself with the oil of the Holy Spirit. So that's important to do. And then don't get discouraged, like the injuries or something. Consult your doctors or, who you trust that is qualified to help you with that kind of stuff, because you don't want to have it go unchecked. Our bodies are temples and we want to take care of them. And something that took me a while to learn myself, so I've been cleaning up my diet. One thing that's so good for you is walking, man. Just like a lot of walking. If you hit the weights and you do like sports and stuff and you're eating good, and then you do a little bit of walking every day, it's just gonna hit different. That walking is just like the cherry on top though. But don't neglect it either. It's like when they were marching around Jericho, the walls of Jericho, for 7 days straight. That they were like, man, I ain't seen nothing happening. It's been 4 days, and we're just marching around this huge city. Because the walls were big. So what's 5 laps around a little lake that's like a quarter mile, or a park? I was gonna go to the lake, that's why I said lake, but I'm at the park. Decided to go to the park, see some trees. Hello. Yeah, so that first day they're like, okay, we're marching around the walls of Jericho. And then the second day they're like, man, I ain't seen nothing. They're just out here staring at us like, what you doing? Looking at you weird, because they're marching around this huge city. I wonder how big it was too, because they did it every day. They had to be in pretty good shape, because they're girded up too. Like they're in there, they suited up, but marching around, and at some point, 4 days in, 5 days in, 6 days in, you're like, nothing is happening. Stay consistent, because even though you don't see anything happening, the changes are on the inside, spiritually, mentally, physically. And after you walk around that city, metaphorically here, for that 7th time, those strongholds and walls come crumbling down, and God will help you with those blessings. There's going to be trials. For me, my trials are, trusting in him. You know, it's like, oh, I get injured, and it's like, oh, oh. But I think the injuries are there to keep me humble, be like, because I get to, like, I'm fairly athletic. Like, not very many people are as athletic as me, even though I don't look like it on camera. But the injuries keep me humble. It's like, okay, I see what you're saying here, Lord. And so now when I play sports or anything and I do good, I'm like, it's all Jesus, it's all God. All glory be to God. So when I get back to dunking, or when I get to dunking, I should say, because, you know, you could kind of tap one in, but I never really applied myself when I was younger. Otherwise, I would have been, yeah, man. But, yeah, I can be like, oh, glory be to God. Oh, glory be to God. That's Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Fill me with your spirit. But yeah, so remember to just keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking with the Lord. Keep walking around your metaphorical Jericho. Wait for those walls to come down. Continue to fill your lamp with oil to guide your feet. He will order your steps. Just have faith, man. Just have faith. We outside, man. And look, we're literally marching. We're literally just walking in a park. We're not marching around a city mentally prepared for battle. It's not that hard right now. Well, it depends on where you are. There are some clear persecutions and trials and tribulations, but like, it's not that. He's not called everyone to do something extremely dredgerish like that. Just do what he's called you to do and continue to chew and meditate on your purpose. And if you continue to obey, he'll reveal more to you. So, yeah, that's basically what I have to say about that. How's it going? And, well, I hope y'all have a blessed one. Oh, glory be to God. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the bell, all that stuff, you know. We're growing out here. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, we got 10 subscribers. Let's go. Double digits. So, I know someone's gonna be like, 10, that's it. But to me, it's a pretty big deal. I was happy for one. And he's blessed me with 10 times that amount. So I'm gonna do my best for y'all and continue to help this continue to go. We're back at the baseball field. See, we're just doing loops. That's my minivan, the Chrysler. So thank you to all 10 subscribers, the road dogs out there, the OGs. I appreciate y'all. Now, let's see where it leads, you know? It's not just a numbers game for me. It's let's see how many souls we can win for the kingdom. God bless. Y'all have a good day. Peace.